John Guns to
But that's all right. It's me and you. We got a special kind of friendship.
I am not your friend.
Sure you are. Fishing buddy?
Sure you are, fishing buddy. Hi, guys. So it's Wednesday, middle of the week, hump day. This is every dog's favorite day.
Oops, we lost Joe.
Where did Joe go?
Yeah, I think he had audio issues or something.
I was about to say.
He had audio issues. His voice sucks.
Yeah, I think he couldn't answer my question. Gary, what was my question? You were not paying attention. I know.
Who is Felix Unger and who is Oscar between you and me? That's what your question was.
No, I did not ask that. I asked, and the chat can also participate now. Now that we're live.
I'm going to do a Q&A, but I'm waiting for you to say it.
No. I'm going to ask you in the chat because it's important. Between Walter Matthau and Jack Lemmon and me and Gary. All right. So me and Gary, between the two of us, who is Walter Matthau and who is Jack Lemmon?
Gary's Felix.
I don't remember the names of the characters. Please refer
Jack
to
Lemmon.
Jack Lemmon is Felix.
Gary's Jack Lemmon. Why?
Because he's he.
I have seen switching between the two.
Are you saying because Walter Matthau is Jewish that kind of relates to me? I'm less grumpy than he is. I mean, I'm more grumpy now because of whatever. But
I just think Gary is the bigger mother hen than you.
Well, I don't drink as much as Jack Lemmon used to drink. I don't know if Walter Matthau ever drank, like seriously. I think Gary is not actually here because his machine decided to actually heat up like a motherfucker.
Nope, I'm here. I told you I was going to put a little poll out there. So between Gary and Mephisto, which is Walter Matthau and Jack Lemmon? Gary is Lemmon, Meph is Matthau. They are both.
I like the third option.
Because everybody that knows me knows I'm a cranky prick.
So that's Matthau.
I can also be very disorganized. Like my desk is a mess. But
my desk is a mess too.
Which, when you get to my bathroom or my kitchen, it's more organized. My bed, sleeping area is kept very clean. Say something, Joe.
Test.
There
Perfect.
you are.
I was trying to use my remote mic. I haven't used it in a while, and it's not working right. So.
Well, a lot of people would absolutely think that because I am fastidious. You know, I'm kind of a neat freak. I'm a germaphobe. I don't do any of the shit.
No, you're not that
unplug
weird.
my ears. But what I'll do to unplug my ears, this. You pinch your nose and you blow air into your nose, and it'll help clear up your ears. But I don't make any fucking obnoxious noises.
Yeah, but I have seen you in that kitchen. You are totally Felix.
Again, I have seen him switch between both characters.
I would say
I'm very grouchy.
I would say that on the face of it, Gary's Walter Matthau. But if you dig deep, I'm Walter Matthau, and Gary's completely Jack Lemmon. By the way, in all of their movies together, like across the board.
I've seen every movie they made together. One of my favorites was where Matthau is a hitman and Lemmon plays a guy that wants to off himself. And Matthau can't let him because it will draw attention to him as an assassin. And so
I've seen that movie. I don't remember the name of it. I've definitely seen it a long time ago. A long time ago.
Same. I watched it with my dad, I'm pretty sure, because he loves them both.
yeah, I'll watch anything with those two. Like Out to Sea was basically The Odd Couple on a boat.
Oh, that sounds fun.
When I was a kid, and I think I told you this, on the only sort of main channel that we had, because there was basically just the one, sometimes in the evenings after the news, you get this random movie. Now, most of those times, and not my brother, but I think my cousin told me this or reminded me of this. They used to put on a lot of Bud Spencer and Terrence Hill, I think his name is.
Yeah, Terrence Hill.
Yeah, they like a lot of their movies actually made it over here, and they're just randomly put on like on a random Wednesday right after the news. So a lot of like Jack Lemmon and Walter Matthau stuff would have been on like instead of that. So I've definitely seen when I was like 8, 7, 9, right? That time I would have probably seen it on TV and not remember the name, and definitely not even remember the like Hebrew translation to them.
Well, I'm going to give you some information because if you listen to Gambit here, you're getting only a small portion of the truth, which is Neil Simon did not start writing this. His brother, Danny, did. Danny was writing it, and he was basing it off of certain situations that he had dealt with, but he didn't know where to go with it. And so he gave up on it because his brother, just like him, is a writer, but he was a writer for television, as was his roommate. They were both writers, and which is why it was so good for them to live together. And they lived together in Los Angeles, not New York. Neil Simon is the one who switched it from LA to New York, but in the original play and in his script, both characters, Felix and Oscar, were writers. That would be changed later in the 1970 series, which has a lot of weird connections to this movie. And not just because it's based on the story, but like beyond that, there's all these weird connections. And, but they decided to change it for the TV series, and Felix became a photographer. Now, Danny started writing the script. He couldn't get anywhere with it. So let me put this back up here, make sure it's up there when I'm doing this. Okay, here it is. No, he didn't finish the script. I just fucking told you, Gambit. He didn't finish the script. He couldn't finish it. He couldn't figure it out. And so he got frustrated and gave it to Neil. Neil was the one who put the perfect polishes on it by making, well, for one thing, changing the characters to being dynamically opposite of each other, which was part of Danny's problem. They were too much like the real person. And so therefore, one would be a little bit Felix and one would be a little Matthau. So Neil parsed it and turned it into the story we now know, which is there's a lot of shit in this script that really happened, including the constant threats of self-deletion by his brother when he was going through his divorce, like constantly just not wanting to go on. And he put it all in there for everyone to see. And Danny absolutely gave it his thumbs up of approval. He really liked what Neil did to it. Neil, of course, did release it for Broadway. And the first actor, the only one I remember is that Art Carney was in it. And I do believe he played the part of Oscar in one production of it. I can't remember who played Felix in it. When they finally planned to do the film, one of the things they considered doing was going totally with character and get Jackie Gleason to play Oscar and to get Frank Sinatra to play Felix. but two actors who had been on stage that were already fucking friends. They'd been friends since '66 when they did a little film called The Apartment. And Jack Lemmon and Matthau had done it on stage. And so therefore it was kind of natural. Now, this is the other weird connection. Tony Randall and Jack Klugman also did the stage production. And so that they would get picked later to play Felix and Oscar, it was really odd. On top of that, the Bird Sisters, the two English actresses that played the Bird Sisters or Pigeon Sisters in the movie, would go on and play the same characters on the TV series. And their first episode was Laundry Room Orgy, was the name of the episode from the TV show. Not only that, but all of the musical cues for the TV show were taken from the film soundtrack. And so you got the musical connection too from the TV show.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
And here's another one. Both actors, both film and television, were best fucking friends their whole lives. And Tony Randall stayed close to Jack when Jack went through his cancer period, where he lost, he got throat cancer, and stuck with him. And in fact, to help pay for it, he got the ABC rights to do a Odd Couple movie with them, with Jack having the throat problem. It was great because it was then built into the character that Oscar suffered from throat cancer in the movie. It was really wonderful. Yes, Billy Wilder. You've heard me say this, Gambit. One of my top favorite directors of all time, in the top 10, Billy Wilder. That guy could fucking direct a movie. Him, William Wyler, John Ford, and Preston Sturges were like my favorite classic directors. And then followed immediately by them is Alfred Hitchcock. So anyway, it is true that the character of Felix is really based on his brother Danny. And he's the one who brought that in and made it like him the most. And it's wonderful that, a lot of people don't know Neil Simon has a brother that's also a famous writer. But he did TV, and that's the big difference. Let's see, what's this?
Paul Simon?
Yeah, Paul Simon from Simon and Garfunkel wrote this play. What makes The Odd Couple a comedy classic is that
Who knew?
it came out when elderly folks were seen as, you got to realize Paul Simon lived it with Art Garfunkel.
Hello.
Art Garfunkel is clearly Felix Unger in that relationship.
If you really think about it.
If you think about it. It's kind of a bitch.
Just a little.
I love Art Garfunkel's voice, but that's all he really brought to that was his voice.
I mean, just don't
Paul
look
did
at him.
all the writing. Oh my God.
I'm still trying to figure out his hairdo.
Okay,
what was
I'll
that?
tell you his hairdo. Watch the movie, So I Married an Axe Murderer. Heath, the grandson,
The grandson.
is Art Garfunkel as a child. That fucking giant head of hair. Heath,
Oh my God.
his head's so large it's got its own gravity.
Yeah.
In
look at that thing. It's the size of Sputnik.
in the academical textbooks, it's called a Jew fro.
Jew bro.
Oh, God.
See, we're able to laugh at that joke because a Jew told it. So there.
No,
I'd laugh at it anyway.
Joe, what you
True.
Joe, what you don't understand is everybody can make that joke. It is stupid not to because it is true.
Tis true. Tis true.
I watched a little thing about Don Rickles last night, and I think one of the off the cuff shit that he would say, and like he's interacting with the audience at one set, and he looks down, and you don't even see this guy yet. He looks over at this guy and he goes, "You got to be Jewish with that nose." And then the camera pans over to the guy and goes, "That or you're just starting a new job as a bald eagle." Because he's got a big Jewish nose. And I'm like, holy shit, Don Rickles was a beast. But But guess which movie Monica Evans and Carol Shelley play the same characters in? I'll tell you, The Aristocats. No, I'll tell you more than that. They did 2 Disney movies, motherfucker.
They were typecast as sisters.
That's a good place
They
for
were-
motherfucker right there.
Yeah. Yeah, get your fucking trivia right, bitch. They did 2 back-to-back Disney movies playing sisters. And it really was. They were typecast. And the only reason they got typecast is because they were so perfect as the Pigeon Sisters that the showrunner couldn't imagine any but Sheldon Leonard, I think it was the showrunner for the TV show. He couldn't imagine anybody else playing the Pigeon Sisters. So he went straight to them and asked. And they said yes. So you've got so many cool little connections to the Matthau Lemon film and the Klugman Randall TV series. And the funniest thing coming from the TV series, people have sworn up and down for years that Tony Randall was a homosexual or a closet homosexual. And his first wife, who was his high school sweetheart, she says, oh no, he may be fastidious in real life, a nitpicker, but he is absolutely into the vag, deep into the vag. But sadly, she was sterile, so they could never have children. So when she finally died in the 90s, he remarried a much younger woman and finally got to have a kid before he died. And I thought that was nice. He got to have a child.
When you say she finally died, sounds like you were waiting.
Like it was wanting for it. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounded wrong.
It does sound wrong, and I apologize for it sounding that way. But when she did die, he waited the proper period of time, didn't rush, but he met a young woman. She dug him. He definitely dug the shit out of her and immediately made a baby with her, their first year of marriage. And he got to be a papa. What, Matthew?
Well,
You want to say something?
You know what they say. Better a nitpicker than a shit pusher.
Ouch.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's another great film. And I
Shit
was
pusher?
always this
Sorry.
film that's
Sorry.
listed down below. Days of Wine and
I
Roses.
apologize
just
to
talked about
Gary
it.
and the community.
Yeah, he was drinking some Manischewitz before the show.
Oh, lots.
Now, explain to the people why that's funny. Because it's a Jewish wine.
It's not even a wine. It's an apricot liqueur. It's disgusting, by the way.
I've
Don't
never
try
had it. I've
It's
never had it.
disgusting.
Is
It's too sweet. So it's also super sweet and like half alcoholic. It's no good.
I can see why. Well, being made from apricots, there's a lot of concentrated sugar in apricots.
Yeah.
But yeah, I learned when I was a kid that it is kosher, and because of my family.
All liqueurs and wines are actually kosher if they're made not on the Sabbath and by Jewish hands.
Right.
If only Scotch would have been made by Jewish hands. Damn.
I know, right? So, Days of Wine and Roses. Going back to this real quick, because I was just talking about this film to Danny Anima and explaining what a wonderful movie this is. Lee Remick and Jack Lemmon delivered probably one of the best performances of both their careers in that movie. And I think that the reason it got shit on was because who directed it was Blake Edwards. And Hollywood just saw him as a comedic director. And they couldn't understand that this movie is an amazing, powerful film about how, when you start young, how some of those fun drinking habits you have turn into alcoholism, which is really what the movie's about in the film. And it's about destructive, toxic behavior on both people's parts. And it's one of my favorite films that deals with the subject of alcoholism. Jack Klugman later became known for his title character in the TV series Quincy. Yeah, he's known as two things, as playing Oscar Madison and for playing Quincy, M.E. And I love both those shows. I'm a big Klugman fan.
My favorite movie about alcoholism is the one with Michael Keaton in it. Clean and Sober.
Oh, Clean and Sober. That was the movie that proved he could be Batman.
Yep.
A lot of people don't know
Crazy
that.
in that flick. Yep.
What convinced studio heads that he could be Batman was they were all told to watch Clean and Sober.
Did you see that clip that was circling about? He was getting like honored, like honorary professor or honorary doctorate.
Who?
Keaton.
Oh, Keaton.
And he gave a speech, and he ended it with, "I just want to end with two things." And he gave a pause, and was like, "I'm Batman."
I'm Batman.
And he left.
I knew it.
And,
I
was like,
knew it.
And I was like, "That's 3 words, Michael."
Well, technically, one's a contraction. Batman is one word. Oh,
But
that's great,
look,
though.
the man was running away from the Batman thing forever. Then he did Birdman, which is his reconciliation of the fact that people will just see him as Batman.
The
He
rest
did
of his life.
for a full movie of it, and then a few years later, he became Batman again. And it's like, all right, might as well embrace it. Give me my fucking money. I'll be the Vulture. I'll be Batman again.
What does
I
this
don't give a
remind you
fuck.
of, though, Math? What does that remind you of? There's another actor like that.
Spock.
Spock.
I am not Spock.
I am not Spock. Then he wrote the book, I Am Not Spock. Years later, he would write, I am Spock.
I'm Spock.
Yeah, that was
I love
weird.
that, man. No, I love it because there's a period where you fight that typecasting, and I get it. Some people don't want to be typecast like that, but
No, I know exactly what it is. I just love the arc where he becomes this thing. Everybody sees him as this thing. His career basically shuts down for a decade. Then he does this Birdman movie, and it kind of releases him mentally. Then he almost immediately does The Vulture, which is another bird-like thing in a superhero movie. And then he actually fully transforms and goes back all the way to doing the Batman in a stupid fucking movie. But at least he's the best part of that fucking movie.
and I don't know if this
abandoned the
ended up
wings.
on video, but he did turn to the kid that played Spider-Man and did the voice and said, right behind him, and he goes, I'm Batman.
Yeah, I know. There's outtakes of it.
Sasha
fucking
Kali
love
wasn't bad in the Flash either. Got to tell you that she was good as Supergirl. She may not look like Supergirl, but she was really good as the character.
I liked the little blonde chick until they ruined the show and moved it to the CW.
Yeah.
Supergirl.
Well, it never was. It was always female Clark Kent. It was never Supergirl. But yeah, it did go total cheese when it
I
went
was
to CW.
Keith and I were both annoyed with what they did with Jimmy Olsen.
Yeah.
There was another character that guy should have played. And
Right?
instead they wouldn't have black Jimmy Olsen. And I'm like,
Yeah.
stop doing that. That's
It
just
made
so
no
stupid.
sense. Yeah.
But
And since when did Jimmy Olsen become a chick magnet? And every time they write that story now. What
yeah,
the
well,
hell?
the latest Superman, he's a chick magnet again in the new
Yeah.
movie.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
didn't
Why
like
do they
that
keep
either.
writing him like that?
There you go. Robin Hood. They played sisters in being in Robin Hood, the animated Disney film, and the Aristocats. And those are 2 favorite films of mine. See, now you're fucking doing your job, Gambit. Don't make me yell at you again.
Yeah, but at the same time, he's fucking up. Like this here, they make fun of him for losing all the time. So no, he's not winning. Have you seen the movie?
Wait, what are we talking about?
I don't know.
He
I'm
says
lost.
Oscar is a poker fan and he will win over his pals. He keeps losing. They make fun of him.
Oh, because he's always, what pisses him off is like when he feels like he's going to finally get his win in, they all quit. It pisses him off all the time. That's a running joke. 2 scenes with that happening in it.
Allow me.
Oh my
Ready.
goodness. Davey Dredd is here.
Yes.
What is up? Slasher Fred is here. Good, buddy. I mean, we've got our friends here. I mean, we got who was first in the house? Was it Gambit or Snorty?
Snorty.
Snorty. Snorty. Then Parrothead was here. What's up, Parrothead? How you doing, buddy? Fuck that Mephisto guy. Gambit.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
I heard a story today that made me laugh so hard. My daughter comes to me and is like, Dad, I have a problem. It's like, what? 2 kids in my class found your channel. I am now called her name, Mephisto.
Oh my God. That's fucking awesome, dude.
That poor kid.
And I went all Nelson on her. I told her she shouldn't like she should take that out as a compliment. Plus, fuck it, 2 views. I don't care. I told you this long time ago. When it comes to YouTube, I'm a major whore for views.
Oh, goddamn right. I do.
There's
too.
an ad for on Pluto TV. There's an ad for a podcast, and one of the guys always says, I'm a whore for numbers, as you know.
Yeah.
So I've got a couple of photos I want to share here in a sec. One is the other odd couple, because I love this photo of them when they're older. And this is, I think, either before or after they had sealed up his stoma in his throat. I clicked add. What happened? Oh, add again. There we go. That's Tony Randall and Jack Klugman.
I was going to say, that doesn't look like old version of Walter Matthau and Jack Lemmon.
I just love it. And by the way, unlike with Klugman, when Matthau died, Lemmon died a year later.
Yeah.
And because that happens a lot with people who are very close. Husbands and wives do it. Best friends will do it. And Lemmon outlived him by a year, and he's the one who delivered the eulogy. And I shared the eulogy with Anima because he broke down while speaking that whether they were in a movie together or just being friends, he says every moment I spent with Walter Matthau, he was just the light in the room. Just really made your day.
You know what's crazy?
Funny.
I fully expected after Carl Reiner died, I fully expected Mel Brooks to die like a year or 2 later. These 2 guys literally were like the last 10 years of Carl Reiner's life, if not more, were every evening sitting around and eating like TV dinners and watching TV together like this old married couple. It's insane.
Yeah. No, I agree. By the way, there's your poll.
Don't put
See?
it on camera.
See?
Oh, you left
They
out
are
one
both.
option.
Yeah, Gary is Lemmon, Meth is Matthau.
Which
They
is
are
the
both.
same.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're both.
Options are the same thing.
We're both
the
a little bit of both.
You know, Gary, you shouldn't be putting your polls on camera, dude.
Just your members.
Different. Yeah, member. I'm going to do member streams and poll streams and member poll streams. Is Felix Unger left Gary a note? The FU would. Oh, no. Okay, you're going to get it now. You're getting it. This is about to happen. Are we in the right studio?
Yeah, but he says if he left
We're
you a message, the FU wouldn't stand for Felix Unger, but for fuck you. Because you're you.
Okay, I can't switch the theater. It won't let us. I won't leave.
Okay.
Let me go to main shows.
I'm on it.
It's
Let me-
blocking me.
Let me see if we done.
Here we go. So
Wait.
You leave me little notes on my pillow. Told you 158 times I cannot stand little notes on my pillow. We are all out of cornflakes, F.U. Took me 3 hours to figure out that F.U. was Felix Unger.
I love
Yeah,
that.
I'm definitely Walter Matthau. Definitely. I need to ask my wife. She's the arbiter of truth.
Arbiter of truth.
Yeah.
I like that word, arbiter. All right, I am going to show another video once I find it.
There's
Here we
a
go.
backdoor video in Odd Couple?
Yes, yes.
See, I knew where you were going.
Was not the law. I am the law.
And that's for Davy Dredd.
You should use his full throat. I am the law.
Yeah, I got to tell you, I actually have a soft spot for that fucking movie.
I do too. I know it's not good. I know it's not comic book
I get
accurate,
it. Yeah, I get it.
but
I don't like that he took his
goddamn,
helmet off, but fuck, I love that movie.
Stallone just goes all out. He's like, I'm going to be the last action hero of this movie. I don't care.
And fuck, man, it's got Max von Sydow in it too.
Yep.
As one of the judges. I love that fucking movie. And Armando Sante playing his brother. Oh,
and
great.
And the other the German actor. Oh my god, forgot his name. He's really good too. He's always like he always plays a really solid villain. Oh my god, I forgot. I'm gonna tell you his name. Hold on.
I'm looking it up right now for you. Rob Schneider.
Yeah.
Oh, Jürgen Prochnow.
The acclaimed German actor Rob Schneider. No, Jürgen Penkow.
Jürgen Prochnow.
Prochnow, sorry. He is German, right? I think.
Yeah. Either that or he fakes being German really well.
I mean, with a name like Jürgen, you would expect
That is very German.
that you would expect him to be at least half German.
And here's the funny part. Like, even as bad at German as I can be, I knew his name was Jürgen when I saw it. And everyone around me was saying Jürgen. I'm like, what are you saying? Yeah, Jürgen Prochnow. It's like, no, it's Jürgen Prochnow. By the way, that little guy on the right there with the glasses, does anybody know what he's famous for?
I was going to say the bald guy, but they're both bald.
Yeah, everybody has a little bit of baldness here.
Yeah.
So the little guy with the yellow shirt and the glasses.
Mickey Rooney?
Nope.
The
I will tell you his name.
The
His
Japanese
real
Mickey
name.
Rooney?
His real name is John Fiedler, and he's an American actor. He's quite caucasoidal.
Why, I couldn't
Reed.
tell.
Hey, Reed. He is the voice of Piglet in all the Winnie the Pooh stuff until he died.
out of here.
I was
John
gonna say
Fiedler.
Felix the cat, but okay.
You also have Herb Edelman plays Murray in this, unlike the actor Al played Murray in the TV series. He went on to play Al on Happy Days too, and his real name is Al. What are the odds? Anyway, I thought he was really good.
This must be addressed.
What?
The fuck, Gambit? You don't like the 2012 movie?
How can you not like Dredd,
I
man?
didn't like it either when I saw it for the very first time.
Oh,
It's
I changed
the most
my
comic
mind.
accurate. It's the most comic accurate.
I know I didn't like it when it came out. I thought it was silly.
it's the comic book version of the Raid. It's awesome.
Heathens.
And ironically,
I'm surrounded by
not
heathens.
inspired by it, but it really is the Raid,
It is.
but with Judge
Yeah.
Dredd.
I'm just saying, when I saw it for the very first time, I didn't like it. Okay, maybe I was too attached to the original movie, not the comic book. Never read a single page of Judge Dredd, the comic book.
Never read it
Okay,
either. And you don't have to explain anything, Miss Fisto. Whatever you like. I mean, that's exactly what you should say.
good. Okay,
Nugget.
and
I
then
thought it was
I
good.
changed my mind. because of things.
Right here.
Stuff and
Right
things.
here.
Yeah.
That's another great role that Fiedler played. He was Jack the Ripper on a classic Star Trek episode.
Was he?
Yeah, the Wolf in the
Wow.
Fold. The Wolf in the Fold. Great episode. I remember that just off the top of my head because it's one of my favorite episodes because they think Scotty is the killer. And he's helping to
That's
frame him.
right. That's one of that's probably one of the ones I've watched the fewest times. But yeah, I do remember that now. Yep. They went back in time so many times. But it never affected the timeline they were in, you know? It was cool.
Yeah, he was an immortal until they find a way to kill him.
Right.
I love that when Oscar brings out the sandwiches, it says the choices. You have a choice of brown or green. Well, what's the green? It is like either, what did he say? It's either
Very old meat or very I forgot cheese. What the
it's
cheese
very
was.
old meat or really moldy cheese. Either
Then he
one,
uses
I
them to
would not
mop
eat.
up the table.
Yeah. Hey, Jacob's here. What's up, buddy?
Hi, Jacob.
That's a buddy
really-
of mine from Missouri.
I mean, one of his friends says because the fridge isn't working that he has seen milk stand in there without a bottle.
Yep. Back when milk was still pretty much bought in bottles.
It still is.
That's one of the things I loved when I was in England was buying a bottle of milk because the milk would have the butter collect at the top and it was always sweet. And so you got to, before you drank the milk, you enjoy that little bit of buttermilk at the top. It was good. Dad was like, you should shake it up. And I'm like, no, I like this. Just chilling out, huh, buddy? Hey, it's E. Clay Thomason. What's up, brother?
Ekley.
So we are here talking about a great film, 1968 version of The Odd Couple.
I've been wanting to
And-
do this for 2 years now.
And I'm glad that they went with this casting because they had done a terrific job on stage. And a lot of people don't know that this movie is written by Neil Simon, but not directed by Neil Simon. It is actually directed by Gene Saks, who we lost like 10 years ago. And a very good director, but there's just so many movies of his. Nobody knows his name. He did one of my favorite dramedies called Deconstructing Harry. He did a little comedy that I like too with Meg Ryan. And what is that guy's name? Oh, shit.
Calvin Klein.
It's got Matthau in it, but it's got what is that guy's name? It's gonna drive me crazy. I can see his fucking giant head. He was the catcher in Kevin Costner's baseball movie, and he ended
Tim
up marrying.
Robbins.
Yeah, Tim Robbins. Thank you, Tim
He
Robbins.
was the pitcher. Kevin
they
Costner
did-
was the catcher.
Oh, okay. Not a fan of the movie, by the way.
No, I
IQ.
could tell.
It's a story about how
So who's the pitcher
Albert
and who's the catcher?
Einstein. I'm trying to tell something. I'm still talking. Albert Einstein plays the Cupid to Meg Ryan and Tim Robbins in that movie. It's a comedy called IQ. It's not bad. It's not great. Nobody's Fool. I love that fucking movie from 1994. The guy did some great little films over the years, but nobody ever remembers his damn name. Ever.
It's okay. I barely remember yours.
That's okay. I don't mind. I try to be as least memorable as possible. But the big film that his breakthrough movie was his very first movie, which was Barefoot in the Park with Jane Fonda and Robert Redford. A romantic comedy, dramedy. And of course, Mephisto's like, man, Gary really does like really know how not to laugh when I'm fucking with him.
It's okay. You're an expert.
I have had friends try to fuck with me since I was a kid, and it just I just don't react. It's like my normal thing.
I wasn't trying to fuck with you. I was just trying to keep everything on the up and up and light.
Light, not all serious.
Yeah.
Speaking of serious, that is a really heavy dark overtone in both. Well, not so much in the TV series, but definitely in the film version. Is that Felix Unger was very in the mood for offing himself.
When he tries to open that window and twists his back, that was so funny.
Yeah, he kept hurting his neck and his back constantly throughout the film. I love it when they break into the room and it causes him to get hurt even more because they pinned him behind the door. They're like, where is he? Oh my God, did he go out the window? And he's like, ah. And he looks in and he pushes. They had shut or slammed the door against him into the wall. So he's trapped behind the door. Funny as shit. I love that they kept a lot of the designs from the play, the stage play with the apartment. And in fact, the first season of The Odd Couple had the very similar same design for the first season. And then they changed it because it made sense because the design of the apartment for a TV show really was going to be difficult for shooting the way they had originally designed it. And it had, was it 10 rooms total?
5, I think.
No, I think he said either 8 or 10 total rooms.
Not
which
10.
include the bathrooms and the kitchen.
He said
and
he
the
says
dining room.
8.
8, there
It
you
was
go.
8. Okay, so it's 8 rooms in that apartment. That's fucking huge when you think about it. That's the size of a moderate house for a family, and it's an apartment. Most of your apartments today are half that size. Well, yeah, because even at the end, when he's going to throw him out, he refers to their relationship as a marriage, and he wants a divorce. Klugman. I mean, not Klugman, Oscar. I thought about it, and it is huge. You are correct. Zax is here. What's up, brother?
Hi, Zax.
How you doing?
Mom. He was running from something, sir. And then he crashed into a DUI checkpoint, committed 10 felonies, and not to mention FUing a room full of cops.
You FU me all the time.
Fuck you, Kyle! Well, fuck you, Kyle!
California Suite. That's another one Neil Simon did, yeah. Michael Caine, Maggie Smith, Matthau, Alan Alda, Jane Fonda, Bill Cosby. Became all wackadoodle. And Richard. I'm sure there were signs early on. That's correct, sir. You are correct.
Yeah, fuck you. There's one spin-off that we haven't mentioned, Gary. The new Odd Couple, the black version that has Ron Glass.
Yeah, that came out in 1981. And it had Ron Glass from Barney Miller and later on Firefly. And Lamont Williams. He played Fred Sanford's son on Sanford.
Desmond Wilson was Oscar.
Desmond Wilson. That's it. And it was really badly marketed. And the way they handled it was very poorly. And so it didn't last. I think that if they had done it just as a straightforward Odd Couple show, they tried to funk up the theme a little bit. And I'm like, why? That's a great fucking theme. You don't have to do that.
Well, they did it to make it sound black.
They wanted to give it more of an urban slant, and it was just fucking stupid. Just do it straight. It's the Odd Couple.
I mean, they did get 18 episodes.
And it's amazing. Ron Glass actually sounds like Tony Randall at moments. the way he delivers some of his lines. Oscar, Oscar, Oscar. It seems like old times. Good movie, Slasher Fred. Good movie. I got to tell you, though, my favorite later films that they did, and I even went to the theater to see The Odd Couple, or The Odd Couple 2, the sequel. For me, though, Grumpy Old Men and Grumpier Old Men are just two of their best films outside of the original Odd Couple.
Well, The Odd Couple 2 tanked, if I remember correctly.
It did not do well. Now, this film was shot for $1.2 million, and it just raked in bucks. This is 1960s money. 1.2 million budget with a $44.5 million box office.
That's a very small budget.
Yeah.
1968, and you said 44 million?
44.5 million. Yeah, that's what their budget box office was.
That's 440 million in today's money.
Wow.
For a comedy.
Yeah, like I know this by heart because when I did research for 2001 Space Odyssey, it raked in 169 million, something like that. And when I checked, 68, 69, 70, that time frame, if you 10 times it, you just add a zero, that's how much it is in today's money, roughly speaking.
That's serious money.
Crazy.
That's serious money.
I also want to say to this, I feel the same way about the Four Seasons as I do California Suite. That I've seen them, I laughed. If I never watch it again, I'm okay with that. Now, one thing that people don't know, here's the formula that I use when I look at how a movie, like especially when they do a remake of a film, and like when they did with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, 2 years ago, Tom and I got into a big discussion about this. I said, you have to look at the devaluation of the dollar, inflation. You also have to look at what the average price was per seat when that movie came out and compare it to the price of a seat today. And when you look at the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, its opening weekend, they were like, yeah, well, we made as much, if not more than the original 1991 film. And it's like, yeah, but when you look at the devaluation of the dollar and the price of tickets in that year, you did not do as well. You had less people go see that movie.
Yeah.
They don't ever want to do that. They never want to do that. They just want to always point out the dollar value. But no, you can't do that because less people are going to see movies today.
Oh, yeah.
A lot less.
Especially
Numbers any way they can. Yeah.
Especially a movie like TMNT, the real value that you get from a movie like that is not the movie itself, is the merchandise. Because TMNT is big with both kids and adults. So the kids, if they're not going to see the movie, if they're not butts in seats, then you're not going to see the 2x, 4x, 5x you get from the merchandise.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. And yeah, you're right, Slasher Fred, 1990. Nerd. You're a fucking nerd, Slasher Fred.
I don't know if you saw everything I was doing there, Gary, but I just wrapped up a commission. That's why I haven't been on camera. That's why I was trying to use the remote mic at the beginning of it.
Ah.
They're coming to get it at 5:00. I had to wrap it up.
Okay, one of my favorite moments in the film happens right here. When he starts shaking his ice cream cone at him while he's talking. He's like doing that with it. And then the ice cream fucking hits his jacket. And it's just so fucking funny at the look on both their faces. There was once a female play version of The Odd Couple with Barbara Eden. I'd have watched that. She was a little sex kitten, man.
I don't
She
know.
was-
It's part of the charm that it's mostly men that we see in this movie. Although Jack Lemmon is pretty much the wife in this relationship.
Yep. Yeah, Matthau's character Oscar is like really handsy with this waitress. I love the little dirty look she gives him when he says something else as she's walking away. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Jackie Chan anymore. I haven't been for about 10 years. He said some things that pissed me off.
Like what?
First of all, he took a shot at Americans in the same fucking interview, and then talked about America itself and China is better, and he supports communism. And I'm like, you can go eat a fucking shit bag.
Oh yeah, that's disappointing.
Yikes! Even yikes.
Yeah, you are talking to a guy who does not like Seth Rogen. I don't like him. Yeah. He outlived his usefulness, Gambit. For me.
The last thing I saw that I enjoyed him in was Long Shot. The one with him and Charlize Theron in it.
Don't know it.
You haven't seen it? It's pretty fun.
What year?
Hang on, I'll tell you. I don't want to
If
be
it's
lying
been in
about
the last 10 years,
it has been.
I don't watch any of his movies. I stopped watching his movies.
Is that
Yeah,
the one where
I did
he's like
too.
a reporter?
Yes, and he went to high school with the candidate, and they end up running around together. Yeah,
Sorry, Joe. That movie sucks ass.
I'm just telling you, I enjoyed it.
I watched it by osmosis. My wife watched it a couple of times when it was on TV, and I
That's how I ended up watching it. My wife.
Well, yeah,
wanted to watch
it's a double whammy for me because I despise Charlize Theron. She's a child abuser. She's a child abuser.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
The thing about Seth Rogen is he's Seth Rogen in everything.
Yeah,
Ever since like Freaks and Geeks. And if you don't like his shtick, you don't like his shtick, and I don't like his shtick. So
see, I feel the
well,
same
his-
way about Will Ferrell. I
It's sort
don't
of
like.
I'm with you
90%
on
of
that
what he
one.
does, I do not like. You know.
I'm with you on that
Cheech
one.
and Chong had a niche, okay?
Yeah.
And it was drug humor. That's what they were known for.
Yeah.
Their stand-up,
They
everything.
were great at it. Yeah.
It started that way. Seth Rogen is boring at it.
Yeah.
He did Pineapple Express. Okay, good. You did your druggy film. What's your next one? Oh, again, it's going to deal with. Oh, what's your next one? Oh, it's also going to deal with pot too. Okay. I fucking got sick of his bullshit. I can't stand his laugh. He laughs like a 50-year-old grizzly bear that smokes cigars like by the pack every day.
Mhm.
And now he is 50 years old.
He's just one of the most unfunny people. And it's not like I haven't seen him be funny, but I would say 90% of the shit that he creates and writes isn't funny at all. I don't like him. Jack Lemmon and Walter Matthau, fine actors. What's this? How can you not like Anchorman?
I didn't say I didn't like everything that he's done. I said 90% of it. Anchorman and The Ballad of Ricky Bobby are great movies.
Okay,
He's tailor-made for both of them.
Ballad of Ricky Bobby is a great fucking movie.
Yes, it is. He's tailor-made for both
And
of those
I
roles.
tell people that movie was hilarious in spite of Will Ferrell.
Right. Yeah.
Even I'm not a fan of Sacha Baron Cohen. I'm really not.
Yeah.
It's not like I hate him or anything. It's just I don't think he's funny. He was
He's
great
not.
in that fucking movie. He is great in that
Yes,
movie.
he is. As the gay F1 driver that
Right.
starts driving
Keeps
in
wanting to-
NASCAR.
He keeps wanting to kiss Ricky Bobby, you know. And I swear to God, I did at least a dozen times myself would yell, "Shake and bake."
Yeah, shake and bake, right?
And
Who's
my
doing
other
that?
favorite to this day is Little Baby Jesus.
Yeah, little baby Jesus. But my favorite line from that movie, and I use the clip on the show me and Danny do every once in a while. It's just him sitting there in the bar after he's punked him, and he's walking away and patting his boyfriend on the ass. He goes, "Room's starting to spin real fast because of gayness." He just falls over.
Super gay. Hey, Grizzly
Hilarious,
Bears have
man.
great
God,
laughs.
that's funny.
Yeah,
Oh,
what I'm saying is a very hoarse laugh, because this is a 50-year-old grizzly bear that smokes like a pack of cigars every day. Like, that voice would be fucked. And that's Seth Rogen to me.
All right. And on that note,
that's it. You're done.
I am going to
you gotta go. Yeah, you're gonna leave.
I need to get up to work in about 5 hours.
don't worry, Mephisto.
buddy.
You and I will agree on a movie one day.
Oh,
Okay.
we're on the Will Ferrell thing. I totally agree with you.
Well, Danny and I fucking love you, buddy. And we're always
I
happy
love
you
all
can.
of you guys. I told you whenever I can, I will join. Wednesdays is a little bit more, iffy. And Fridays, and I think I told you this. I just fall asleep at around 10 p.m., which is about half an hour before Martine sends the links. So
Just so you know, I would lose my
collapse.
shit if you actually like did a show on a Monday morning from work. That would crack me up.
You would be asleep if I do that.
Well, what time do you go to work?
I get up at 5. I get to work at 6:30, which is
And you work till what, 3 or 4?
and I work until 3.
So okay,
2:33, something.
so that
like
would
that.
still be in our morning, 7-hour difference. So you could conceivably be on our show in the morning while still at work, like right before you leave.
What are you talking about? When you start the Monday show, it's 6 p.m. for me.
Okay.
I'm deep in my house when you start. I'm
Thank
already
God-
preparing
Thank God
dinner.
that ended with house.
I wish it would be a house. It's an apartment. Anyway, you've taken enough of my time. So good night.
All right,
Nice.
brother,
Night,
get
man.
out of here. We love you, man. Go. Get going.
Bye.
Bye. So, hey, Bumpy's here. Bumpy says a very dark day in Canada from BC to Quebec. Lots of tragedy up there. Yeah,
Oh,
we heard about the shooting. And Andy No, the Vietnamese reporter, said it's about every 30 days there's a TRANS shooting. In one
You
of
can't
his,
even say that now.
oh no, we got to be careful saying that.
Damn.
Apparently, bots can hear, but they can't spell. They're like kids. You know, when my kids were little, we'd spell words around them. They didn't know what the fuck we were talking about.
Yeah,
Well,
that's what you do with kids.
you can bet by the next 2 weeks they will be able to.
Right. It's advancing exponentially. Let's see.
Yeah, they are basically the Odd Couple. That's true. Wouldn't it be funny if they did had done a Odd Couple movie with Tom Hanks and I just forgot his name, Buzz Lightyear. Wow, I love this guy, and I can't think of his fucking name. But that would have been an interesting one. Odd Couple. Clearly, Tom Hanks would be Felix. Yeah, that's another thing that because dogs in particular, and I think even cats learn the word vet. And you have to spell it around animals because they will fucking go into panic mode when you say the word vet or veterinarian.
You don't even have to say it. They learn to read your body language and everything. And all the movement that you do previous getting out the kennel, they know.
And by the way, Do not try to trick them by getting
No.
all jubilant and excited, because what happens there, it does relationship damage if you do that. Just be honest with your pets and let them know this is going to suck.
I had to trick Loki though, because he was going once a week to get the fluid out of his belly. And I had to learn not to put on my jeans before going for him, because he read that as a sign we are about to leave. So the moment I put on my jeans, he sat under the bed in the furthest corner where I couldn't reach him.
Yeah. Well, look, Gambit, the fact is Felix Unger is a character that requires overacting. You cannot play Felix Unger correctly without overacting. So pointing it out, the critic pointing it out is kind of like, I don't know. Lemmon, when he plays certain characters, can give you some great overacting. But the fact is, overall, Lemmon is not an overactor. He's a solid actor.
I have met numerous neurotic persons, and I wouldn't say that Lemmon overacted. He did it as they are.
Well, look, this is the word. Neurotic is important, but here's the word that better describes Felix Unger and characters like that: histrionic. Histrionic means overreacting to things on an emotional level, and sometimes just to draw attention to yourself.
Yeah, what is commonly known as a dramatic person.
Yeah. But as I explained to Anima when we talked about that word over the weekend or yesterday, when did I say it to you? Yesterday.
Yeah.
Yesterday. That histrionic comes from hysteria, which we all know has to do with the word hyster, which has to do with female organs. That hysteria and histrionics were first directed at women because of their organs.
Uterus.
Yep. Hence the word hysterectomy.
Yep.
Which I once joked, that just means you won't be able to do histrionics anymore without it.
Your acting career is over.
I love it when they have the fight at the end and Felix says, like I'm going to yell at you now. I'm going to say some mean things. And he says, you're the most wonderful person I've ever known. You're one of the most kindest-hearted men I've ever met, had the pleasure to meet. And Matthau's like, okay, I'm waiting for the insult. Not understanding.
I suppose I've been told.
That was so funny. And then he just adds one more thing to it, which is a criticism, which is nothing. And so, it's just funny that in Felix's mind, he just told him off. He really didn't say much of shit to him, but nice things.
They angry compliment each other.
Well, exactly. He's playing a neurotic, hysteric, full of histrionics.
Hypochondriac.
A hypochondriac on top of that. Another part of his neuroses.
That scene in the restaurant when he starts making these weird loud noises and everybody's looking. I would have smacked him across the face.
I love it even more when Matthau imitates him when he's in bed and starts telling him off. And he's mimics that fucking noise perfectly. And it's fucking hilarious the way he does it.
How did Felix manage to get married? I can't.
Right?
Yeah. At least once in a while, like in The Prisoner of Second Avenue, where Jack is overacting and shouting at his neighbors out loud, like, respect my ass. I love that movie. I love that movie because of the Sylvester Stallone scene. He's in that movie. And the prisoner, he feels like a prisoner in his own home, is why it's called that. And he goes out and he can't find his wallet, and he sees Stallone had just bumped into him and walking away from him. So he chases him down, tackles him, and forces him to give him the wallet back. And then Stallone runs off, and he realizes, oh my God, that's not my wallet. I just mugged a man. Jack Lemmon mugged Sylvester Stallone in that fucking movie. It's one of my favorite moments with Jack Lemmon. Oh, we're gonna do that movie. Trust me. I love that movie. I also like the fact that Matthau is taller than Lemmon because it feels like that's kind of important in their relationship.
Yeah, he's the sports writer, right? He's the macho guy. He's
while he is a news writer in the movie, he writes news, and you don't see him ever really doing his job in the movie, and that's why I like the TV show better because you actually see Tony Randall as Felix doing his job as a photographer, which seems like more of a job that somebody like Felix Unger would do. Mm-hmm. Oh my God. Tony Curtis and fucking Jack Lemmon were so good in that movie. And it's sadly no thanks to Marilyn Monroe. If you've ever seen interviews with Curtis about it, he talked about how problematic she was. But she was already starting to have drug problems when they made that movie. And it's a film made in the 50s that has gay humor in it. Because the final scene, Jack Lemmon is in the boat with the millionaire who thinks he's a girl throughout the movie. And he takes the wig off and he goes, I can't do this. I'm a man. And the millionaire goes, I don't care. And he just
wait,
driving the boat. And Lemmon goes, like,
That's another movie I want to talk about.
Wait. I was told that the patriarchy is all phobic.
Yeah, no. No, only fake people say things like that, society is homophobic and we haven't given respect to women. Even though if you look back on television through my childhood, there are plenty of female heroes. You had Wonder Woman, you had Electra Girl and
Dinah Girl.
Or Electra Woman and Dinah Girl. You had Isis, Almighty Isis. You had all these great shows, popular shows with women heroes. And it's like Hollywood and these fucking, whatever they call themselves now, the young people from the last generation are just fucking idiots. They're like, they'll say, finally, Star Trek has a trans or bisexual character. It's like, excuse me? We dealt with that with Next Generation and with Deep Space Nine.
Dude.
Yeah, also, this is supposed to be a military academy and they're all retarded. Wait.
Yeah.
Since the motion picture, did you see the moment in which Kirk is given the briefing to the whole crew? You can see every kind of people, humans and or aliens.
Oh yeah,
in that scene.
Mm-hmm.
So
it was pre-Rocky. In fact, if not for Rocky, Stallone probably would have gone in a different direction professionally.
Yeah, he went in with that one
because he had trouble. He had trouble making movies and getting good parts, and so he wrote Rocky, and that's why he fought tooth and nail to be in it.
Right, to play the part. Yeah.
And if you see, Rocky is nothing more than his own story, but in a different scenario. Not the art, but the sport.
Yeah.
And everybody knows that it's Chuck Wepner, right? Was the real Rocky, the boxer. Was it Chuck Wepner?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
No, it's Chuck. It is. It's Chuck. You are a terrible, terrible cinephile if you don't know that.
I don't know that.
You better read a fucking book.
I've just seen the movie 100 times and I love the message.
My God, they put documentaries out on it.
Okay, I'm sorry. I don't watch that many documentaries.
Fucking educate yourself, Joe. I'm getting tired of this shit. Anyway.
No, I will not.
Chuck Wepner was the real Rocky. And he fought Muhammad Ali. And he was a guy that shouldn't have got that fight. And he did.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Ali kicked his ass. But he stayed. toe to toe with him throughout the fight. He went 15 rounds with the greatest boxer of that time.
Oh my God. Yeah. There's no doubt who the greatest boxer of that time was.
Well, even Ali would say that the original Sugar Ray was better than him.
Well, yeah. But at that time, that was the man right there.
He was the guy.
He was my hero growing up. I loved Ali. I watched all of his fights.
Yeah.
Loved him.
Me too. But Chuck Wepner had fought Muhammad Ali, and guess who saw the fight? Stallone. And he decided to write a movie about it. And yes, Balboa is him if he was dumber.
Right.
More of a palooka. The guy's been hit in the head too many times.
I've always loved that movie because it doesn't have the Hollywood ending. It doesn't have the ending where the underdog wins the fight. That wasn't the point of it. All he was looking for was validation. That's all he was looking for. Yeah.
In fact, the name of the song that plays over the last few rounds, you get that montage of rounds to that final round.
Great soundtrack too.
The name of that song was "Going the Distance."
Going the Distance.
Mistaken with the rock song "Going the Distance."
Right.
Duran and Hagler were my favorites growing up.
Duran was awesome. I loved him too.
Yeah.
Broke my heart when he went no mas. That just broke my heart. It really did. I hated it. But if you know his background, what a great story Duran was. Wow, man. Yeah.
And by the way, David Red, I really like your avatar because if you don't know who I am, I'm the founder of the Blade Runner fan club. And I love that fucking movie. I can go toe to toe with anybody that worked on that film when it comes to knowledge of that movie.
I like how he even has the nail coming out of the hand.
Yeah.
Where he's got the hand nail sticking out and the dove in the other hand, which was a symbolism of Christ. It was some of the Christian overtones.
That's one of the greatest scenes in movie history, dude.
I've
really is.
Seen things you people
wouldn't believe.
Yeah. What do you mean, you people?
On fire,
what do you mean?
The shoulder of Orion. I watched sea beams glitter near the Tannhauser Gate. All those moments are lost in time, like tears in rain.
Yep.
Time to die.
Time to die. Yep.
And I knew Rutger Hauer. He was a sweetheart of a man. I can love that guy.
Yep.
There's a video, by the way, Davey. If you go through it, look for my Rutger Hauer video where I tell one of the stories about Rutger. The first time we ever talked, it was funny. Yep, I am a fan of the original theatrical, but I also loved the final cut. And in fact, Charlie Deslarica made it clear in the special features for the full set that came in the briefcase. We are featured on the special features, our website. I abstained. I didn't want to be a part of it, but my buddy Gary is on the Blu-ray. He's the one who took over the fan club. And but if it hadn't been for Gary and me, they wouldn't have well, for me in particular, they wouldn't have gotten Drew Struzan to do the Blu-ray cover, the painting, the new Blade Runner poster. And it was my biggest contribution to the DVD. But when it came to Blade Runner community, we are why we got that final cut, because we built the Blade Runner community through Blade Zone. We had a website called the Blade Runner Roundtable, and you had fans from all over the world. One of them being Ronald D. Moore was a member of our roundtable. The guy who wrote for Star Trek from Next Generation on, and then became the showrunner of Battlestar Galactica. There they are, the Pigeon Sisters.
And that's one of the best scenes of the movie. When Oscar disappears for forever to make
it is
drinks.
Oscar's fault.
Yeah.
Yes.
He was gone too fucking long. And if he wants to point a finger at somebody, right back at himself.
Right back at himself.
Yeah.
I can't leave that man alone with those girls.
I was gone for 3.5 minutes. It's like, no, sorry, Walter. No, you were gone longer than that.
And
Besides,
it was painful.
I have the sensation that Lemon could have been a better cocktail maker.
Yeah, he's not very good at it. No, he's not. But it's awkward. Like, even while Matthau's in the room, it's so fucking awkward between them. And then Matthau leaves to go get the drinks. And it's like, what were you thinking? Send Felix. I don't care if he can't make a mixed drink. Fucking send him. Don't you leave him alone with those girls. He should have known better. I put all the blame on Matthau for that date going awry.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh man, and those girls were thirsty when they got into the apartment.
Did you also? They were thirsty for some sex. You can tell with some of the flirty talk they were saying.
Yeah. When he says, "No, I have a man who comes every day to the apartment," she said, "Oh, look at you." Oh.
Oh my God. I love this scene. I really do. It will serve its place in cinematic history no matter what Ridley thinks. Yeah, Ridley's so full of shit. You know, I got into this fight with a guy, was it a year ago or a little over that, Martin, where the guy tried to say that Ridley was already talking about Deckard being a replicant back in the 80s. I said, that's a fucking lie. That is an absolute lie. He says, well, I read it in, and he mentions like possibly 3 magazines. I have access to every single one of those magazines. Nope. Not mentioned in any of those.
But here's the thing. I'm acting here like a devil's advocate because I don't know all the facts. But Ridley was having troubles with a problem with Ford because he wanted to make Deckard a replicant.
Yeah, what went on behind the scenes is not important to that statement. He was saying that he was speaking openly about it, and that's a lie.
Oh,
that never happened. Okay. He never openly talked about it, so fans had no knowledge of this. None. We didn't know anything about that until the 90s. And Paul Salmon wrote on this extensively, too, with his book, Future Noir. But no, Ridley had an internal idea that, as Hampton Fancher said, is nowhere in the script. He never wrote anything about it, neither did David Peoples, about Deckard being a replicant. This was something that was in fucking Ridley's head. And Ridley, God love him, comes up with really bad ideas all the time. And in fact, there's a moment in another film where he made a suggestion. Well, why don't we do that? And everybody turned to him and says, we'll have to reshoot the entire first quarter of the film if you do that. And he goes, yeah, never mind. It's just another one of my bad ideas. And he said it. He knows he's got bad ideas.
Well, everybody has them.
Was Deckard a replicant in the source material?
No. In the book, no.
It does come up in the book. When he gets arrested, he ends up in the Ursat's police station, which means fake. And they don't use the word fake in Blade or Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep. They use the word Ursat's. Like cigarettes are Ursat cigarettes, not real tobacco. They're some sort of synthetic form of tobacco.
Like
and
the
same thing. So yeah, synthahol. And he goes gets arrested, pulled into a station because they're saying he's a replicant, you know, and he's like, wait, what? I'm not a replicant. And this is where the question comes into play. Have you ever taken the test yourself? Because that's from the book too.
Right.
And he knows he's fucking human. It takes him a while to figure out what's going on here, that he is surrounded by a bunch of cops that don't know they're replicants. Some of them might know, but he believes some of them aren't even aware. They're not human. And he has to escape that police station. And this is right after the opera house scene with the opera singer in the book. I'm telling you, there's some great stuff in the movie that did come from the book, including that line where she says, have you ever taken the test yourself?
Yeah.
I have only read the book once, so this may be a distorted memory, but I think I recall that scene like the replicants.
They called them Andes.
All those cops were okay. Were replicants, and they staged that to convince him that he was a replicant So he stopped
The,
chasing
the
them.
main ones,
Yeah.
not all of them. There is an inference in there that some of these people may not be aware they're replicants. They've been given false memories, or as they call them in the book, Andes.
That you know what? Just hearing all that, and I've never read that book.
Oh, you
But I
should.
love that movie. I love that movie to death. It just makes you think, wow, was Edward James Olmos's character a replicant? That would have been cool. You know, the
No.
fact that he could make those little origami things the way he did and stuff. You know, I'm a nerd for Edward James Olmos. I love everything the guy does. I think he's
Oh
awesome.
yeah.
We just watched a movie with him over the weekend.
Did you?
Yeah.
That one he made the real life drama about the teacher in the
Oh yeah.
Hispanic teacher is fantastic. I can't remember the name of the movie, but he was teaching higher math to these kids that they didn't even think they could do it, and he was teaching them all just using some wild ways of doing it.
What did we watch with him, Anima? We just watched something with him in it.
Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah, it was it. BSG.
Oh,
He's perfect as
he's
Adama.
awesome as a Adama. He's
Like I
awesome.
consider him a better Adama than Lauren Green. And I love
Yeah,
Lauren
I mean,
Green.
well, Lauren Green, Lauren Green's a father figure. He's not. His character's nowhere near.
Clearly, you don't
as-
understand Cardboard America.
Right? Damn it!
It's Deckard and almost his character are the odd couple in
oh,
that
you're
movie.
still talking to me. Oh,
No, I'm talking Cardboard America.
Cardboard America. Welcome to the show in which
Hey.
we talk about any other movie.
but
except
the one we're
movie
talking about.
I think. Are you Anderson?
Are you
Cardboard?
a replicant?
Are you my buddy? That's a comic book writer. Because you sure look like him in that avatar.
That would be funny.
He's half Japanese. He's a great writer. Yes, it is you, you some bitch. You need to come back on. He's been on the channel.
Okay.
Oh man, I love you, dude. You're a good dude.
Well, then
You're a
you know,
good
Gary,
dude.
you should know once Blade Runner comes up, the show's over.
Yeah, it's over. Yeah, we're done talking about Odd Couple now.
Yeah.
Somebody brought up Blade Runner, and he's off and running, folks. There he goes.
I will tell you that right now during the entire show, I have stayed below 160 degrees Fahrenheit or 71 degrees Celsius. So
That's good.
my computer is it's heating up. It's just not overheating.
Nice.
And which makes me very happy because I've been nervous all day what's going to happen.
Yeah,
my
you just
computer.
need to make sure you
I have to
as
go
many
in.
things closed as possible.
Yeah.
BRB.
You
I hate
sometimes-
people. I hate people that talk in text. Zoe did that to me one time. She went LOL to me, and I looked at her and I
I
went,
can't stand that.
one,
that
you're sitting in the
particular
room with me and you did not LOL and stop talking in text. But
Yeah, I
anyway,
don't
that's
like that.
Dude, there's even worse. There's people who don't even say LOL. They just go for LOL. I'm like, oh my
Yeah, I
God.
know.
all
It's
right.
terrible.
I am going to show you who this is. This is my buddy. I had to look him up real quick and just to show you guys who it is. This is my buddy. Trying to add it. It won't let me add it. So I got to remove that. Now add it.
If you let me do my job, I can do it.
You can't read my
Hey.
mind. So that is my buddy, Andrew P. Anderson. He's a very good writer. And I love it when he would like make a statement and somebody just tell him you're using your white privilege. And he goes, I'm Japanese. Yeah, Andrew, good dude right here. We've had him on channel at least once.
I don't remember that. That might have been before my time.
That was before my time.
Oh yeah. Then
Yeah, he says it right here. It's been a while.
yeah, well,
but
come
again-
back and meet the new people.
Just to remind you, not a day goes by that I don't think about you, dude. But
Oh,
then again,
my.
I have a million thoughts a second kind of person. Like I go through things quickly. My head is pure ADHD. Fraser thought Duran looked like Charles Manson. Oh yeah, I'm not surprised. Duran Duran is my favorite rock band. There, we transition to another thing. Now music. Let's talk about 80s music. I'm being a jerk. It's so adorable that they did the movie, got to do the TV series, and then got pulled into 2 Disney films because somebody was a fan of the Pigeon Sisters.
I mean, they're gorgeous.
Oh yeah, with his bare hands, absolutely. Alec Baldwin killed more people than Manson. I've thought about you too. Been doing a lot of reading and selling guitars. That's awesome. What's this jump start shit, man? We don't need to talk about it now, but I am curious. Message me, or I'll message you.
Sounds like a.
Now you and I used to be listed as friends, but now it says that I'm following you, and you're not like a person page. You're now your jumpstart thing. I'm wondering, is there a separate account for you? Or if you switched your personal account over to a business. Yeah, I'm going to message you right now. What's up, bitch? There you go, buddy.
As always.
First time he and I talked, I was leaving Phoenix, heading back to the U.S. And right before we went into the mountains, I had a conversation with him on the phone. And of course, I went into the mountains and lost connection, so we didn't get to finish the phone call till later. Yeah, but technically, you're really black underneath that white fur, so you get the best of both worlds.
Yeah, just.
So I could not technically call you a caucasoidal killer.
So what you're saying is polar bear are white passing?
Yeah. Yeah. Anybody who has never met Cardboard America, fucking become friends with that guy. He's a good dude. I love it. I love Andrew, man. Good dude. Solid through and through.
There, he finally comes back and everybody's crying.
Okay, he's like, I was gone for 3.5 minutes. No, you weren't. You were gone much longer than that. I could have made martinis in less time than what he took in that fucking kitchen. You know, he should have brought the stuff out, mix the drinks there is what he should have done.
Yeah, I wonder, don't people normally have that kind of bar thing in the living room if they're into that?
Mm. Now, just to let you know, Vickman's girl, wait, what are you talking about? Doesn't melt in water? What the fuck are you talking about? That reminds me of the guy on the Emmy Facebook page that insisted on calling me a guy. We all let him go on a while laughing at him until someone pointed out the obvious. Yeah, you're Vinkman's girl. That's how I'll always know you. But when it comes to drinks, I take my whiskey straight up. And people are like, what does that mean? No water, also no ice. I like a shot of whiskey to be just a shot of whiskey. I like drinking whiskey.
Yeah,
and I
that
drink
needs to be room temperature.
Irish whiskey. Room temperature. I like room temperature. I like it straight up. And single barrel is my favorite. That's my preferred. Bushmills Black is the single best whiskey I've ever had. The second closest is single barrel Jack Daniels. Really good. Not a fan of Jack Daniels, but I do like the single barrel Jack. It's good.
Everybody that watches my channel knows I love Jack Daniels.
I drink a whole bottle over a period of about 5 hours. And
oh my God.
I was FUBAR.
Woof. We're too old for that shit, bro. We are too
Now,
old for that shit.
This is 20 years ago. And I never drank with that dude again because I've told you this story, Anima, where he got me upset because he brought up something that a dead artist friend of mine said about me, and which wasn't true. And I was really upset about it because it's not what happened. What the guy said about me was that I criticized him behind his back. And I will not say something behind your back. I won't say it to your face. It's a rule I live by. And I learned to live that rule, because the first time you get caught doing something where it seems like you're saying something behind somebody's back, you really feel like an asshole. So I've always made it a point to be brutally honest with my artist friends. And what it was this artist, when he was in a hurry, his characters get bit straw looking arms. You know what that means, Joe, right?
Yes, sir. I do. Mm-hmm.
Their elbows look fucked up and their arms don't look right. They don't look real.
And you are absolutely correct being brutally honest with your artist friends, because they will never improve if you don't.
Yeah. And I said this to him at a convention. I said, man, I can always tell when you're hurrying, man. You need to look, there are certain things you can rush on and some things you don't. You don't rush on drawing joints because it can ruin a drawing. And he told this photographer friend, mutual friend, that I had said that behind his back. And I was drunk and I started crying. I was so angry.
Oh, mad. Yeah. Well,
I wasn't heartbroken. I was so upset and angry that I started crying. I don't do that when I'm sober. I was drunk. And then I told the guy later, I won't say his last name, but his first name is Nick. And I clearly is named after something that happened after his dad was shaving. When he named him. And he did this while I was really fucking drunk. And I told him later, I said, I got to trust the people I hang out with and get drunk with. And you kind of took advantage of our friendship by doing that. I know you probably don't see it that way, but I do. You took emotional advantage of me. And I will never drink with you again because of that. I got to be able to trust the fucking people I'm hanging out with, not to try to fuck with me when I'm drunk. And that really upset me. And we never hung out again. In fact, we're not even friends on Facebook anymore, not by anything I did. Seemed to add a flair for sophistication. Well, he added that to the character of Felix, which is not his brother. His brother is more like him. They're very much alike. But he added that to the character to make him appear more like the wife in their relationship, which I thought was clever. Yeah, James Vanderbeek.
Did we already have the scene where he throws the spaghetti?
Who is that, by the way? I don't know that I know that person, but somebody else told me that earlier today.
Anima, that was not spaghetti. That was linguine.
Linguine, I know. I think this is it.
Yes,
Yep.
it's about to happen.
Well, first of all, he ruined it, Brian.
Ruined it.
By spraying the aerosol into the fucking food.
Gross.
So he now can't eat it. And then, he says, well, that just shows you this isn't spaghetti. This is linguine. And that pisses him off. And he grabs that. And I remember having near knockdown fights like this with Matt. The fights he had with Zoe, the only thing that saved her was she was a child. Because he would get so fucking annoyed with her when she would argue with him. And I told you, I walked home one day. They're in the middle of an argument. I'm like, what did I come home to? Oh, shit. It was funny as hell, the way they would argue. But this is how he and I would argue too. And that's how so many of my things ended up broken. Because he would throw things at my head and miss me. And I'm like, how can you fucking miss my head? It's not small. And he would get even madder. And he threw that grapefruit at my head. And he broke that Chinese sword I had that I got as a gift. And fucking broke shit out of it. Missed my head. And I heard the sound is the grapefruit zip past my head. And what would piss him off is just he didn't like how quick-witted I was, because he has to methodically think of things to say. He's one of those people that has the comeback like an hour later. Like, oh, I should have said this. And he said something to me and I zipped back at him and he fucking threw that grapefruit at my head. Yeah, I know what that's like to have fights like this. Oh, it's just, yeah, he died today, man. James Van Der Beek. It's just like, I knew he was like suffering from cancer, as I recall.
Stage 3 colorectal cancer.
God bless him.
Across the street from me died of that, and it took him down in a matter of 2 months. That is one of the worst cancers you can have. And he probably weighed about 90 pounds when he died. Probably. It'll eat you.
Well, these photos here, he looks really thin.
Yeah.
God bless him.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Man.
48 years old. Way too young. Fuck cancer.
Absolutely.
Fuck cancer. Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what? What are you talking about there?
Right. We need context.
No, Reed knows that he died from the thumbnail, and Gambit is talking about Felix.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Felix is like the real Tony Randall, not gay.
No.
Tony Randall, people still believe he's gay today, even though all the proof is out there to the opposite.
Come on, man.
There it is.
Feminine. Yeah, now it's garbage.
And I remember making this joke when Mac and I watched this movie. We watched it before going to the theater to watch The Odd Couple 2. And it was so fucking funny because I said, well, you can tell the linguini's done. Most of it stuck to the wall. And I like linguine. I prefer it over spaghetti noodles. But that's because, like, I always thought it was more like the smaller noodles, the thinner ones. Like, I can't eat it. I cannot eat. It's pasta noodles. It's the same thing. People get upset about it, but it is the same thing. Same process, same materials, egg, flour.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What's up?
But the in fact, you can actually say pasta noodle. The pasta noodle. And
who says that?
It's grammatically not incorrect. It is correct.
Yeah,
because pasta
correct.
does not mean noodle.
Exactly.
So you can say pasta noodle because it's pasta until water is introduced. And once it's introduced, it becomes the noodle, a pasta noodle.
I've
So anyway,
never heard anyone say that.
Well, now you have.
Move to America, baby. Get over here so I can show you a bunch of shit. You know, I'm going to show
Even
you
in
so
South
much
America.
here. Only one of them is going to be my penis.
What?
Be nice. Let's see.
I'm going to get in so much trouble for that later.
Yeah, you are.
Yep.
I keep telling you people that you're Japanese.
You can't help yourself, can you?
Which is funny because when you got those AI cameras, one of the funniest things I ever saw was when they tried to use it for taking photos of people from Japan, Korea, and China, and even some of the Philippines, you know, that they think they're squinting. Well, somebody's squinting. It actually fucking says that. Somebody's squinting. It's like the camera is racist and it doesn't know it's being racist. Here we go. This is it. I love this scene. I got to play that video again. So, yeah, that's what I want to ask you, Andrew. Have you ever had that problem taking a selfie? Okay, we're in the wrong theater again. I got to move this. Yeah, it won't let me move this.
That's a shame.
Can we go to main studio?
Kidoki?
There it is. All right, here we go. Nobody did a backdoor breach, so I'm going to play the video anyway.
Here's a key to the back door. Now, you stick to the hallway in your room and you won't get hurt.
You
Damn.
want your turn. Oh my
And
God.
by the way, I also made another clip just for you guys because you've heard me mention this story so many times, and I found the episode and made a clip of Detective Sam Wojciechowicz of Barney Miller
Wojciechowicz. Yes.
saying that line that you hear me kind of paraphrase.
Shoe fetish, that's pretty rare. Yeah. It surprised me a bit. Oh? I used to be shocked at stuff like that, but I'm not anymore. Really? Yeah. You can point to every item in the Sears catalog and somebody somewhere wants to sleep with it.
I have remembered.
Wojciechowicz always into like self-help shit and stuff like that.
Yep. I have had that stuck in my head since 1975. That fucking nutty line just
That's
cracked
awesome.
me up.
Yep.
My wife asked if I'm the sleeper gestation. Oh my God. But I'm sure you've heard of that too, Andrew, where they had those cameras that when they tried to use the AI, it built into the camera, that it kept confusing Asian people with someone that was squinting. It's like,
Damn.
what the fuck,
That
dude?
is fucked up.
AI is racist.
I know.
Extremely racist. Haven't you seen the news that pop out every now and then? You remember the Mecha Hitler AI?
Oh God, I remember when Jim and I first started, and they had black forefathers
Nazis.
in
Yes.
white wigs and shit. It was hilarious, man. Yeah, it's funny.
But not everybody has to be Asian to have trouble with that camera, because this lady here, I guarantee, could not have her photo taken. Let me open this image here. There we go. And share. Present share. I guarantee you, anytime that AI camera wanted to take a picture of her, she would be, it would be saying the same thing to her. Can you go ahead and share that, Martin?
Wait, okay. Pause this. Boom and bam.
That's Renee Zellweger.
Post plastic surgery, even though
Yeah.
she says she was never cut on.
She was,
Bullshit.
but that first year was rough. She looked rough,
Yeah,
but now she looks a little more normal. It's finally her body is acclimated to the change.
Except
But
that
still-
the skin in her face isn't moving.
Well, that's because they use that injection. That has nothing to do with surgery.
Botox.
That has
Botox,
to do with
yeah.
Botox. But she's got the squinty eyes, and I love that joke was made by Jim Carrey in the movie at her, not written. Where he goes, "You look like you just sucked on a lemon, but you pull it off." I love that fucking movie. Me, myself, and Irene.
Yeah, you just did that not like 2 weeks ago, didn't you?
Yeah.
Great.
Oh, I will fucking talk about that movie ad nauseum.
It's my favorite movie he ever did. I'm telling you.
It's mine too. And I hate the movie Ace Ventura When Nature Calls. I fucking hate that movie. But still, that scene coming out of the back of that fucking robot rhino is I almost had
it's
a heart
iconic,
attack.
bro.
I blacked out. I couldn't breathe. I was laughing so hard. I've never laughed that hard at anything. The closest to it was when the pee scene in Me, Myself, and Irene.
Damn.
Because I lost my fucking shit when he started doing that, because only a fucking band understands that. That is a joke for
No,
only the
it's
men in the
not
audience.
about understanding. It's only men will find it funny.
Because it's fucked up when it happens.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it is. It is fucked up when
It's
it happens.
unnerving. It's frustrating because you go to pee and all of a sudden piss goes shooting to your left or to your right. You soak the fucking toilet paper on
You
the
have
wall.
to clean the bathroom
you're
when
like-
you're done.
and you can't just quit peeing.
No, it does.
This is literally what I did. When I started doing that, I fell forward so my penis was down into the bowl. right around where the seat is.
Yeah.
I'm laying over the toilet to keep from pissing everywhere. And it's fucking funny that
It
happens
is
to me.
now. At the time, it wasn't very funny.
Wasn't
was it?
funny. It was not funny when it happened, but I chuckled about that shit later. Going, God damn, man. And what it is those fluids, they crystallize on the end of the penis and they start doing, they're like that on the end of your penis, and pee wants to come out, and which holes are we going to go out of? All of them. Human sprinkler system.
That's it. Because once it starts, it's not stopping.
Yeah. You can't immediately stop peeing. It's one of those slow things. It's like you squeeze the muscle, and about a second later, it stops. So you have a full fucking 1001 of piss going everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I do love this scene, and this was not in the play because it's the interaction with the cop. Like, Murray, well, what are you doing? Are you driving around in a car on an off-duty?
Off-duty arrest, caught them gambling. That's the line.
Caught them gambling. That's not in the play. It's only in the movie.
Well, they wouldn't have police cars on stage. So,
That's what I mean. Yeah. That was a joke written into the movie just for the movie.
And it's funny.
And that's Neil Simon, man. Neil Simon wrote the script, and he wrote the movie play, the screenplay. Yeah, Slipstream.
Yeah.
Reminds me when the official Elmo Twitter account got hacked. Oh my God. I remember that. I never read anything. I heard about it, and I'm like, oh, well, this is going to be fun. Let's see. What's this one? Rough like how Gary likes it. What's the Gambit? Gambit says it's called Slant Eyes. That explains a lot. The nozzle should come with instructions. Nice to know it doesn't change for when guys are babies. Yeah, it's like Robin Williams said, we spend the first 9 months of our lives trying to get out of the womb and the rest of our lives trying to get back in.
Yep. At least those are flaming heterosexuals anyway. Yep.
Flaming heterosexual.
This is not the new Odd Couple because they are black.
No, this is the 1968 original film based off of the Broadway play. Peace out. Lunchtime over. Okay, brother. I'll see you later, man. Take good care of yourself.
Good to see you, Cardboard America.
Absolutely good to see you, Andrew. Okay, so I was wondering about his Facebook page. He says, not much going on, buddy. We're still friends. This is just the profile page. Okay.
Yeah, you're on the fan page.
Cardboard America. And just like most things in America, made in Asia.
Not just in America.
Sometimes, Tim, we're not sure because sarcasm isn't something easily read in text.
No. I tell people all the time, don't try and get a message.
That's why I use emojis when I'm being sarcastic, so the person knows to not misread what I just said. Yes,
Right.
What I'm saying is fucked up, but I'm being sarcastic, so I put this face. That emoji. Or I will send the GIF of the husky Malamute making that face. I always love that one. There's a screwball comedy called Mad. I think there's It's
a mad world. Yeah.
It's got a great cast, all-star cast. My favorite in that is the combination of having Buddy Hackett and Jonathan Winters, two of the funniest fat guys in the history of Hollywood.
It either
in that one
got Best Picture that year or it was nominated. I don't remember, but
and
I wasn't alive. But I eventually want to complete a collection of all the Academy Award.
You had a wonderful actor, not really known for comedy, even though he was really good at with Spencer Tracy in that movie. but I'm trying to remember. The director was Stanley Kramer, I think. But as far as like awards go, it was best special effects that it won at the Oscars.
But it was up for best.
It was nominated for multiple awards. I don't remember what all of them were, but I'm going to guess that the soundtrack, because it had a great soundtrack, so probably for that. But I don't know if any actors were nominated for the film or the film itself. I don't know. But it's a great flick. It's one we should probably do sometime because it is a classic film that should be beloved. I mean, my God, I've made the Ethel Merman joke probably around 100 times on this show, and she's in that movie.
Jim Mermans.
Oh, by the way, Tim, you're late again. So you know what video did you get?
There's some pictures of civilian casualties.
Fuck you, Tim.
That's the one.
But it's ironic you did bring that up though, Tim, because I showed a little bit of that to Anima the other day so she could see. Basically, they followed the same stage design, and everything's pretty much still Odd Couple. The only thing that's different is, it's two black guys. No big deal to me. But they urbanized, funked up the soundtrack, and I'm like, it's jazzy to begin with. You didn't have to do that. The Odd Couple theme is a jazz theme. So don't funk it up. I don't like when people funk things up. Speaking of funking things up today, Anima and I showed her Prince. She asked, we were talking about the
Halftime
Super
show.
Bowl halftime show. I said the last good halftime show was in 2007 with Prince.
I don't know. Bruno Mars has had a good one. He
Holy
not
shit,
that
what a
big a fan of Bruno.
spectacle he pulled up in the fucking rain. Man.
And
Prince is fantastic. Don't
He's
get me
out there
wrong.
with electrical lights and electrical instruments, microphones, and the fucking stage is flooded. I'm like, oh my God, how somebody didn't get electrocuted, I don't know.
Right.
I really don't. But his performance there was fan-fucking-tastic. And then I had to show her the next greatest Prince performance was when they were doing the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame celebration of George Harrison. And they had Jeff Lynne from ELO there, Steve Winwood on the organ. That just sounds gay.
A little bit, yeah.
It just does. With Steve Winwood on keys. I'll do it that way. He sounds less gay. And you had Tom Petty. Both of them doing vocals, both of them playing guitar. And what you didn't know until you get into the last 2 minutes of the song is Prince is there. He doesn't walk out until it's his time. Grabs that guitar, walks out, and just starts fucking jamming. He didn't practice with these guys. They didn't know what he was going to do. People don't appreciate what a great fucking rock guitarist Prince was.
Because he makes it look so
What
effortless.
a great musician he was.
Yeah.
That guy had enough music
guitar
written by
alone.
the time he was in
Just
his
forget
mid-20s.
the other instruments. Because he played every instrument. That guy played guitar like nobody's business.
Yep.
I feel that he was as good as Jimmy and as good as Eric.
Yeah.
And nobody gives him the credit.
Yeah.
What's that?
I don't get it. It's
I
the
didn't hear
style
you,
of
Anima.
music. That's why. It's the
Anima.
style of music.
I didn't hear what you said, Anima.
I said I agree.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's the
one
style
of
of
the
music,
best.
Gary. That's what it is. He had an off-brand music.
the thing is,
You know,
he played rock,
he's not a
period.
rocker, right? You know,
He
so-
does play rock.
I know
and
he
showed
does.
it.
He's just not known for that, though. You know what I
And
mean? He's known for the
sucks is
popular stuff.
People make decisions that don't fucking know. It's like, it kind of reminds me when I was at this company and I wore black Batman t-shirts, like big black t-shirts with either the Batman emblem or Batman comic book art on my shirts all the time. And the my manager, my boss, thought I was a goth. And she also thought I was kind of a hippie because I had long hair. And I'm like, no, I'm conservative. No, like, fuck no. I know hippies. They're gross. Hippies are really gross. People
Right.
are like, look back to the 60s. Be more like a hippie. Oh, don't
Not-
bathe?
Right? Have you seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood? Because it's pretty accurate.
That's fairly accurate. Yes, it is. Fucking living out there at the Spawn Ranch.
Oh my God.
There's no
man.
running water there.
None.
In real life, there was no running water. They had well water. And that bathing was not really on the menu. Let's see. Most insane, mad as a hatter climaxes. Oh, the end of that movie is great. And you've got to watch the movie. I'm not going to spoil it here for you, Anima.
Okay.
Talk about a whirlwind of madness. Yeah. This movie is comic, satirical, and brilliant, and just a little twist of hilarity. If any of the scenes, specifically with Jonathan Winters, you can expect some insanity to be involved. That guy was so unpredictable as a human being. And I tell people all the time, you can't be super intelligent and funny and not have mental problems. Because mental illness and comedy kind of go hand in hand. And Robin Williams suffered from it.
Yeah.
And Jonathan Winters was in and out of mental institutions. He would get locked up for a while and then you get normal and go back home. And he was very candid about it on Carson one time in an interview. And he was being funny about it. You know, he was being funny about it. But when you listen to what he's saying, is like, yeah, he would get hospitalized for it.
Oh, that is why I'm not funny then. Okay.
Explains a lot. I'm a little bit wacky, but I self-medicate. And so I don't worry about it. Like, none of you even react to me saying that. You guys are fucking assholes.
I'm sorry. Tim
Okay,
just
I will react. I
sent
will
me a
react.
message. I'm sorry. But
Tim, what?
In
Tim.
my believe it or not, in my Cosme room. Hail, Tim. Good to see you. I've been doing.
Tim is like herpes. He's everywhere.
He's everywhere. Yeah, he sends me a lot of stuff on Facebook too. A lot of memes and stuff.
And just as soon as you think it goes away, it's back.
Yeah,
Actually, no, I think
he's
that was in
sending me stuff,
Pacific
too.
414's room. Yeah, that was in his room. Yeah.
I see Pitt's Cliff Booth is getting a spinoff. Actually, I watched the trailer. It looks interesting. But I'm fucking angry that it's going to not go to theaters.
Is it a series or a movie? I
No,
saw
movie.
the ad during the Super Bowl.
The ad is, if I understand it, that's a movie.
Oh.
It's being directed by the guy that did Seven. Forgot his name. Anyway, he's directing it, and it's based on Quentin Tarantino's character, Cliff Booth.
That's awesome.
And I watched the trailer, and I liked it. It makes Bruce Lee look like a Greek god compared to his country hillbilly white ass. He's from right here. I'm friends with his brother.
He's from Missouri?
Yeah, he's from Springfield.
Wow, cool.
The church down by the main doctor's office downtown, for where my daughter and I used to go. Now I go here in Sparta, but up there in Springfield, I went to the Jordan Valley, and my daughter goes there, and that sits right next to the family's church, and it's got their name on it, the Pitt Family Church. Cliff Booth, yeah. That was the only thing, by the way, in that movie I didn't like. I wish they hadn't done that. Have him throw Bruce Lee like that. I just thought it wasn't cool. And apparently neither did his daughter, Bruce Lee's daughter. She didn't like that.
I didn't have a problem with it, man.
What was funny is, it didn't happen. Bruce Lee never acted like that either.
Well, it's an alternative history movie. Yeah.
I know, but it's still going to be the same fucking people acting the same way.
Yeah.
It's not like Marvel doing it where you can have a whole different actor play the same character.
Yeah.
Like that's how string theory works. They're still going to be the same character. Charles Manson in the movie was the most accurate character.
Oh my
in the
God.
film.
Yeah. Wow.
Because he was a nobody. He was a nothing. The only thing that he mattered to is this small group of people living out there on the Spawn Ranch.
Yep.
And they show him like kind of hunching down when he's talking. He's overly polite because that's what he was like. That guy wasn't a fucking killer, but he was a person that could get people to kill. He could talk them into shit.
Mm-hmm. That's how every great cult leader is, aren't they?
I'm skeptical because Brad Pitt looks weird in the face. In it, it's almost like he's gained weight in the face or something. In a couple of shots,
he didn't get shit done.
I don't think so, but his jowls look bigger.
He's becoming Brando.
He's becoming Brando. Yeah, I can hardly wait to see the booth scene where it goes, "What can I do for you on this day, the day of my daughter's wedding?"
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Springfield, Missouri, man. That's where I'm just outside of Springfield. But I've called Springfield home since 97. It's been my home. And I swore I would never live in Missouri. After I was in basic training at Fort Sam Houston, Fort Lawson in the Woods, Leonard Wood.
Leonard Wood, Missouri.
Hear me out here. Imagine that opening scene of Godfather, Don Vito in his study. Tell me that Pitt's face is not getting like that. He could have been a better Vito than De Niro. At least more believable in the
I can see a little bit of that. Yeah, I can see a little bit of that. Here, let me pull this photo up. Look at his cheeks and his jawline.
I'm trying.
You take forever, man.
There you go.
Do you see it?
Yep.
There's a puffiness to his face.
Yeah.
And it wasn't there in the previous film, but it's there now. And I don't think it's makeup. It just makes me wonder if something's going on with him.
Yeah, time.
Yeah, it's called getting old.
Age shouldn't cause puffiness in the face. That's not one of the things that goes into getting older.
Oh, it does when you use fillers against wrinkles.
Dropping is what happens.
Yeah, but if
to it.
he got fillers for wrinkles, that will make you puffy.
Gary, I gotta go, man.
All right, Joe. I'll see you later, brother.
Yeah, the girl that's picking up this commission's here, so I'll take care of yourself, man. Bye.
All right, bye-bye. After the shit went viral, Shannon Lee was absolutely, and Quentin addressed it on Joe Rogan, and he says, "Hey, man, Shannon Lee has every right to not like what I did. Everybody else can go fuck themselves."
I like that.
And I'm like, yeah, you're right. He fought Bruce Lee in an awful moment in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Yeah. And that's loosely based on Gene LaBelle. And it's not what happened. Gene LaBelle told the story, and it was very clear. He said, look, I was brought onto the film because he was roughing up some of the stuntmen. And I was brought in to help him understand how to work with American stuntmen. And that was part of his job. And they talked, and they did a little sparring, and they did, because he even said this in the interview. He says, Bruce Lee was not really a fan of judo. And then I taught him some stuff, and he really liked some of the stuff that I taught him from Japanese judo. And that they exchanged training with each other. That, like, if he did something, Bruce would show him the counter to that, and vice versa. and he ended up respecting Japanese judo after meeting Gene LaBelle. And that's a true story. But people have sexualized that story and make it sound like he beat the shit out of Bruce Lee. It's like, that is not what happened. And then they were like, oh yeah, he was brought in to rough him up because of the way he was treating the stuntmen. It's like, no, that's not why he was brought in. He was brought in to help him learn how to work with the American stuntmen. That was his primary job. And he did it. Bruce started taking it easier on the stuntmen because of Gene LaBelle. Not because he kicked his ass, but because he showed him. Practical application. No, but I think it kind of does. What dehumanizes Bruce Lee for me in that scene isn't the throwing him into the car. It's the way he shows Bruce Lee trying to talk about, Jeet Kune Do, what would become Jeet Kune Do. And because I'm not sure if he had named it by the time that movie, it was 68, right? Was it 68 or 69? I can't remember when Bruce Lee finally named his style as Jeet Kune Do. It was right in that area. But Bruce didn't talk to people that way. And they made him look like an asshole in that scene. And that's the part I didn't like. Throwing him into the car, because he also put some fucking licks in on the Booth character. It was sort of a trade-off, a tie in their little sparring match. What I didn't like was how they had Bruce talking before the fight. All cocky, like talking like an asshole. It's how they end up in the fight, is because he's talking like an asshole. And it's like, I just didn't like that. I just didn't like it. But it's in the fucking movie, and it's a great moment in the film. I love that kid that played him. God damn, with the sunglasses on, he nailed Bruce Lee, including the moves. He got the moves down. And did we or did we not watch that, Anima? I could swear we did.
Yeah, we did.
I wouldn't mind watching it again. I love the flamethrower scene. Like, first of all, the whole scene in Cliff's house when they show up. He goes, I remember you. You had a weird name.
Both scenes with the flamethrower were awesome. The first one, Chef Kiss.
That was real, by the way.
It is too hot. Welcome. It's a
that was
fucking
DiCaprio. That wasn't in the script. DiCaprio didn't like that. It freaked him out a little bit that it was so hot. And that got caught on camera. It's movie history now. Him being kind of a pussy about the fucking flamethrower. But then he does that pool scene, man. Fucking tortures the shit out of that psycho bitch.
Yeah.
Very, very brutal.
Oh my God. Hitting that other bitch in the face with the dog food can. Wolf brand.
Oh God, yeah.
Fuck, man. Bye, Penny.
Bye, Penny.
Well, we gotta go too, right?
Yeah, we should.
Nope. I think it it's read that one. Tarantino defense. I got more of an impression of a begrudging respect for each other, and then it gets broken up by Cliff getting fired. And I love the backstory of Cliff. Did he or didn't he murder his wife? Because he shows him sitting there, and the spear gun is already aimed at her accidentally. I don't think he intended to have it pointed at her, but what a great moment to fucking pull that trigger on that fucking spear gun. Because that bitch fucking evil. Mike Moe was Bruce Lee. Yeah, he did a great job. Gene LaBelle has stated it a couple. Yeah, he's done 2 or 3 major interviews before, because he died, right? Didn't we lose Gene LaBelle a few years back? '22. Yeah, he died at 22. And he did some great reviews. Now, there's a guy who De Niro, when he was in his prime, should have played the part of, because he looked so much like him. But I love Gene LaBelle, man. What a great fucking martial artist. Fucking hell of a human being. Great fucking storyteller. Like, he tells that, like, it's been told different ways, but that he put Steven Seagal in a full arm, not an arm bar. He did a triangle choke from behind and made him piss himself. But it changes. It depends on who's telling the story. Like I heard one person say he pissed and shit himself, and I'm like, that's not how it was told the first time I heard it. The book goes into detail, but I think the movie works better not knowing. Mike Moe, no disrespect to him, but he does resemble Bruce as he really looked like. Yeah, I know his facial structure. He has that very lupine-like jawline. Does not resemble. Well, that's why they left the sunglasses on him, because his eyes are different. And so they did it with the sunglasses on, because with the sunglasses on, he looks like Bruce. Without them on, he doesn't look like Bruce. And that's it. So I want to thank everybody for being here. I want to thank Snorty, Parrothead, Gambit, Slasher Fred, Davy Dread, Penny, D. Bud Martin, Read by Nature, Jacob the Critic, E. Clay Thomason, James Jameson, also known as J. Jonah Jameson. Bumpy Johnson is here. Good to see you. And I do hope things calm down up there in Canada. Bumpy Johnson, Vinkman's Girl, and Cardboard America. And by the way, Vinkman's Girl is a guy. Is she still here? I did that just for you, Vinkman's Girl. So, do we get everybody? Did I get everybody? I don't want to miss anybody. All right, we're going to get out of here. Everybody have a... there, she got it. She got it. Vinkman's Girl is a guy.
He.
It's a he. And let me do one just for her, because I think this is the studio that has the Ghostbusters one in it, isn't it? Is this the right one?
I don't know.
I'm looking.
Could this one or main?
I can't switch studios for some reason today.
If you need me to change, let me know.
I'm looking. I'm not seeing it. I am not seeing the Ghostbusters one.
Okay, going to main. We there?
Man, that's a lot of videos.
Wow.
And let's see. There's the thing. And usually Ghostbusters isn't far behind, but StreamYard moves these videos. Yep. Yep, here it is. This one's for your Vinkman's Girl.
Hey, where these stairs go? They go up.
One more.
Human sacrifice, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria.
One more.
I bet you like to read a lot, too.
Prince is dead.
1984, man. All right, we are out of here, guys. Everybody have a good middle of the week. Don't forget, it's hump day, so get your hump on. We're out of here, guys. See you on Friday.
Bye.
Y'all come back now, you hear? Matt Damon.